Hi, this is Shannon, and I want to talk to you about the tin whistle today. We are in cycle 1, and starting with week 7 through week 12, we get to learn about the tin whistle. We study the tin whistle in all 3 cycles, so cycle 1, cycle 2, and cycle 3, and do the same thing. So you can definitely apply any of the things I talk about in this video to cycle 2 and cycle 3 as well. If you are new to my channel, I am a homeschooling mom of 3 little kids, 5, 3, and 1. And we are part of Classical Conversations and love it. I get the privilege of tutoring the Abecedarians. So that's the little ones, so the 4 to 6-year-olds. These ideas for tin whistle are going to be catered towards that age, but you can adjust, if you have kids a little bit older. First of all, you can get a tin whistle if you don't have one already from the Classical Conversations website, or you can get one from Amazon too, or probably other places. And I got these cute little bags for mine and my kids' tin whistles. Mine actually has Tutor on the front tab, if you can see that. And it's so cute. It says part of a tin whistle on all 3 of them. So I'll link below where I got these, but they're great because they have PVC pipe in them, so they keep the tin whistle nice and secure. This week, so again, this is cycle 1, week 7, our first week talking about the tin whistle. We're going to focus on the parts of the tin whistle and just kind of setting some expectations with the kids about just how we treat this and what we do in our class time. We're not going to actually get this guy out at first. So if the kids get excited and want to get it out, I'm going to say, okay, let's just put it on the ground under your seat or give it to your parent. We're not doing anything with our actual tin whistle yet. First, we're going to start singing our song that we're going to do this cycle, which is Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. So this song you can find on page 89 of your foundations guide. Each cycle has its own song. So cycle 1 has Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star as the song. Cycle 2, the song is Mary Had a Little Lamb, and you can find that song on page 181 in the foundations guide. And then the song for cycle 3 is Yankee Doodle, and you can find that on page 253 in the foundations guide. So if you're watching this video and you're not in cycle 1, just anytime I mention Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, substitute that with whatever song matches with the cycle that you are in. I am first going to sing it to the kids. I'm going to say, okay, just listen to me sing it. See if you remember all the words to this song and just listen the first time. So goes twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are, up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. So I'm just going to sing it to them, and I'm going to tell them, okay, now you're going to sing it with me, but we are going to follow the lead of a conductor, and I'm going to be the conductor. And what I'm going to do is say 1, 2, ready, sing. Or when we get to playing the tin whistle, I'll say 1, 2, ready, play. And I'll also kind of move my finger like this. So 1, 2, ready, sing. And when I put my hand up like this, that means they get to start singing. When I put my hand up again and close my fist, that means they need to stop. So we're just going to practice that. I'm going to say, okay. So I'll say 1, 2, ready, sing. And we'll all start singing. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, etc. So they'll sing. And then when we're done, I'll go like this, put my fist up, and that signals them to stop singing. So that'll be just an introduction to them of kind of following the conductor's lead and how to know when to start and when to stop, so we're not just all starting and stopping at random times. After we all finish singing, I'll ask them, okay, what did we have to do to make that sound okay? Did we all sing at different times? No, we kind of sang together, at least, hopefully a little bit. Did we start and stop at the same time? Why does that matter? Just get some conversation going about how to make music sound good when you're singing or playing an instrument, some things that we should do, and following the conductor's lead, why that matters. Then I am going to hand out this paper, so I'll link below where you can get this. It's a free download I made if you want to use it. I'm just going to hand this out to the kids. So again, we're not doing anything with this actual tin whistle yet. So this is in the parent's hand or under the seat, or you can collect them, whatever's best. So I just want to talk first to them about the parts of a tin whistle. We've got up here, this little guy right here is called the fipple, and you could show them on your actual one, just like up front, have them find the fipple. And then we've got the mouthpiece, so the whole black part on mine. Then we've got the barrel, so that's the body of the tin whistle. And then you could say, how many holes do you see? How many holes does the tin whistle have? Oh, 6. Okay, and then I see 2 hands on my paper. So these were the 6 finger holes. And then this is the barrel, like I said. And then I see 2 hands. Does anybody know what hand that would be? And see if anybody can figure out that's the left hand. And the left hand is higher up. So that means we're going to, when we hold our tin whistle, we're going to put the left hand on top and the right hand on the bottom. So you can just talk to them about that for now. They don't need to try it on their actual tin whistle yet. So you can have them write the terms in here. And I have just the key to that also. And then you can teach them a little song. Now, I did not make this song. Credit goes to Funny Shirl for this song, and it's to the tune of The Muffin Man. And it's just a fun song to help them learn the parts of the tin whistle. So it goes like this. Do you know the tin whistle, the tin whistle, the tin whistle? Do you know the tin whistle? These are its parts. Barrel, fipple, mouthpiece, finger holes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Left hand on top. So I'm going to sing that little tune to them. And you can also have them notice, and they can even write in on their sheet that the first finger hole that's closest to the mouthpiece is 1, and then we go down to 6. So you can have them number those too. So that's the main part of this first week, is learning the parts of the tin whistle and just some expectations. Now you'll notice I put painter's tape on my left hand. So that is one idea. You could have them in a minute after they've done this, go around and put a piece of masking tape or painter's tape on their left hand. So then when we get to the part where we're actually going to hold our tin whistle, that will help them remember, okay, which hand is the tape on? Left hand goes on top. So if you're tutoring the younger kids like I am, you're going to really have to help them put their fingers on this. This is not going to be easy for them at all. So what I would focus on is just putting their left hand above their right hand. And if they can cover a few of the holes, that's great. So after they fill this out and you sing the song to them, then you can tell them to get out their tin whistle, hold it like this, put the mouthpiece by their mouth. We're not going to blow it yet. That's hard to do, or hard to keep them from blowing it, but you can try. We're not going to blow it yet. We're just going to practice putting our fingers on it. So you can have them practice putting their left hand above their right hand and trying to cover the holes. Now, maybe some of the older kids, you can really have them press hard on the holes and make sure, none of the hole is showing around the finger. The finger is completely covering the holes. One thing I did try last year, I don't know if I'm sold that it works that great, is putting hole reinforcers like that stick on the holes. I don't know if I feel like it made that big of a difference, but some people say it does, so you could try it. But so they're going to try to hold their tin whistles correctly. And then I'm going to tell them, now we're going to play in a second. We're not going to play yet because the conductor has to tell us when. So I want everybody to put their tin whistle by their mouth. We're not going to blow it yet, but put it by their mouth. And then I'm going to go 1, 2, ready, play. And when I do that, I want everybody to just blow. And maybe some of the younger kids, you can just be like, just cover one hole. I think the most important thing is trying to make sure their left hand's on top, right hand's on bottom, and they have it in, a good position, not like this or something. So whatever you think's appropriate. So I'm going to say, okay, 1, 2, ready, play, and everybody's going to blow. So probably be kind of loud and chaotic. And then you'll hold your hand up and say, do you guys remember what I do when I do this? That means I stop. So everybody stops. So you can say, okay, did that sound pretty? No, that did not sound pretty. That is called cacophony. So that's a noise where the sounds don't work together. We don't want that. We want unison, where the sounds do work together so that we can play a pretty song like Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star eventually when we learn how to do that. So have them repeat back to you the word cacophony. We don't want that. Again, that's the noise where the sounds don't work together. We want unison. That's what we want. Maybe have them try that again. Have them try to just put one finger or cover one hole and try to play and see what that sounds like. See how that sounds different. And then I would just review the parts of the tin whistle when they have it in their hand. So who remembers what this hole is? Oh, that's the fipple. Who remembers what this part is? The mouthpiece, the barrel, the finger holes. Does this start, is this number one or this number one? What hand goes on top again? Is it my left hand or my right hand? And then you can go over the Muffin Man song again. So, do you know the tin whistle, the tin whistle, the tin whistle? Do you know the tin whistle? These are its parts. Barrel, fipple, mouthpiece, finger holes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Left hand on top. So that is what we're going to do for Cycle 1, Week 7, Fine Arts, Tin Whistle. I also wanted to show you a few things. So I did make this packet of lesson plans and activities for each week of the Tin Whistle. Now this is not meant to replace your Foundations guide. There is a part for the Tin Whistle that shows what you want to focus on each week, but I kind of wrote it out so I would understand it better. And so I wanted to share that with you if it's helpful. And I also have some activities like this tin whistle worksheet. I also made some tin whistle beds. So here's one of them, just has a little pillow and a design. I made them with several different designs. So if you want to give one to each kid and they can either color it at the end of class or take it home to color. And then when you don't want them playing their tin whistles, they can lay them on their bed. That is something I did last year that worked pretty well. I've seen some people making fancier beds out of felt and stuff like that. You could do that, but these are just paper. So that is this week. Stay tuned for my videos for the next few weeks of Tin Whistle 2. Have a great day. Thanks so much for watching.